The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 153, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 14.5. Gold down $1.50, trading at $14.70 an ounce. You get silver flat, $16.94 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 36 cents, $59.54 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year flat at 128.11, 30-year down 5 at 156.20, and King Dollar down 393 ticks, trading 97 even. The euro is at 111. The yen is at 109.59, and the pound is at 133 to 1 U.S. dollar. Welcome to October 13th, Friday, October 13th, December 13th, Friday the 13th. And, folks, you can expect high volatility all day. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Friday morning. I would say we got some volatility, as you like to say, in spades, man, in spades for sure.
There's no doubt. And what you have, folks, out here is that you have China is doing a press conference right now, and the first one out of it that everyone's happy, everyone's delighted. The basically, you know, let's see.
Major progress, I think they.
Major progress. You're on a TV program, folks. You don't even know it. Bottom line is that, as far as I understand, and we'll see how this shakes out. But as to the agricultural part of it, it's not even in writing. So
that's what does major progress mean? It means nothing, man. It's always the details, okay?
Right.
And we saw the S&P futures, man. They were at 31.88. at 6 a.m. and they were at under 31.65 around the open, and just on a very general term of major progress. And don't expect the Chinese to come out there and, you know, backhand slap President Trump. Even if that's what they, you know, if they disagree with the rhetoric he's putting out, they're going to try and do it in a very eloquent way. So I still want some details, man, and the market wants it, and the market can't decide whether they're getting enough details or whether the deal's going to happen.
No doubt. And I would say that the biggest part of it, if this was, you had a couple news articles last night out of the Journal saying the bottom line is that you have a deal done, but one of the largest parts of the deal that, of course, the farmers want is that they're going to buy agricultural products. And the bottom line is that that is not in writing. So we'll see. If that's not in writing, folks, let me tell you something, man. This means we just went through 2 years for nothing. Okay?
And
because they were buying plenty of stuff anyway. You know what I mean? So
that might be the case. Yeah. And then, you know, it's interesting that you have President Trump out there tweeting, calling the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, fake now, I know.
Fake news. You know, owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Right.
Just keep things in context of everything going on. So it's unfortunate, you know, where we sit. But the market, 31.82, man. Not a bad price tag on the S&Ps as we kick off Friday trading.
Yeah, and we'll see where the baby shakes out. Now, the UK. You want to see?
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is a decisive victory. There's no two ways about that.
Sure.
And if we go over to the pound, you're going to see it right in the pound. Pound last night spiked to 135. We're at 133 right now. And we take a look at this, and what you're going to see is that you took apart the swing point from the 133.81. We're under it now, but bottom line is I expect you're going to get right back up there. More than likely, we're going to see this pound go to 143. Now, the euro, this is the euro start moving. I mean, you know, it's going to be interesting, Tom. It's like, okay, so the negotiations inside the European Union with the UK, I don't think the European Union has much to lay on right now with the type of victory that Johnson actually got. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
they want to leave.
Yeah.
They, you know, people were saying before this is that, oh, they should have another vote. You know, they might have changed their mind. Well, it kind of showed flat out that they didn't change their mind. The citizens.
Oh, I agree with that
The
completely.
citizens
If
want
you're
to
in the
leave.
UK and you're arguing that
Right.
the UK does not want to leave the EU,
Yeah.
listen, votes matter, right? That's no matter what you think, you better be a proponent of votes mattering, because
Yeah.
eventually you're going to be on the side of a vote mattering, and you want it to count, man.
Right.
I always believe if everybody voted, would be a lot better off, no matter what you believe, because I believe in the US, I believe in the UK. And votes better matter, man. And this one is decisive. I got some graphics up here right now. Pretty remarkable, man. The Conservative Party, 364 seats. Labor, one showed 203, one showed 202. Just a huge shift.
Yeah.
The biggest majority for the Conservative Party since I heard Margaret Thatcher, like 1987.
Yes.
Man, you're talking about 33, 34 years. That's a whole generation when you really think about it. And, so it's a decisive victory. Now, the only thing that I just feel a little bit differently on, it really doesn't change much with the EU. They can still not bargain with them and give them a tough deal, as in not it's in the UK, I believe, that they better acquiesce to the fact that it's happening, and that's what the voters want. But the EU can still give them a hardline deal in terms of saying, the terms are, the EU gets to negotiate. If you don't like the terms, then just leave and make it a hard Brexit, and we'll renegotiate everything. The EU can still say that, so that's where
for sure. But I just think Johnson will do it. Say, okay, bye, see you later. Because if it's done that way, the EU doesn't get billions and billions of dollars. Because the way the negotiation is right now, the EU is going to get billions and billions of dollars on the negotiation. Now, they might get it later, but if it's a hard Brexit, they get nothing. It's like, okay, man, so there's a lot on the table.
I haven't seen that. If it's a hard Brexit, they get nothing. I have not seen that.
Yeah, they don't. But anyway.
Okay.
It's going to be it's going to be intriguing. The pound looks like it's going to go, though. The pound's going right now. So our own dollar, bottom line, that lower end looks like it definitely wants to get hit. So
can I ask that? Why would they ever make a deal and pay billions and billions of dollars then if they just hard Brexit and pay nothing? I'm not sure that's the case. We can look it up, but why would they then pay $30 billion to make a deal?
Because that's part of the original agreement inside the European Union. So what happens is that if you negotiate out, and that's part of the negotiations. If you say, I'm just breaking the deal, just like someone breaking a nuclear deal, say, that's it. I don't care. I'm leaving. It's, you're breaking an agreement that you already signed, but that's what the hard Brexit is. If they go hard Brexit, they're just saying, I don't care. See you later.
Okay.
Go do whatever you want to do.
I'm going to do a little research on that. Not to, but I don't, because they could just hard Brexit then and make a deal the next day for trade deals and save $30 billion. So we'll have to.
More than that, but the question would be is that why would the European Union make the deal with them? My take
well, they
is
could
that,
still trade under the World Trade Organization deals, though. There's still things that are in place. It's just not beneficial trade pacts with each country like the EU has.
Yeah, no, but it's the cross-border deal. That's what it is. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow up 30, NASDAQ up 76, S&P's up 6. You can expect this volatility to continue, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 85, NASDAQ up 32, S&P's up 8.5. You know, it's interesting, Thomas. It seems that we haven't got details, as you're saying, out of our own administration, and there's not much coming out of China right now, too, because this is what they have, that China and the U.S. have agreed on the text of the Phase 1 trade deal, which sees the removal of tariffs of Chinese goods in stages. Vice Commerce Minister Wang Shouwen said China will increase imports from the United States as part of the agreement. Wang said at a briefing on Friday, the comments are China's first response to a deal signed off by the United States President Donald Trump on Thursday that would halt higher tariffs planned for December 15th. Bottom line is that, you know,
can you scroll back up to the top? Because what I find so intriguing there is that they say we've agreed to the text of a deal.
Right.
And then they might as well say, but we're not going to tell you that text. Let me just give you some warm, fuzzy points that might make everybody happy in the meantime.
Right. No, seriously, man. That's.
If they agreed on the text, then tell me exactly what it says. You know, instead of that, we got a deal. It's a great deal. It's the best deal ever. It's huge. You know, I mean,
it's huge, man. What are you talking about?
It's pretty remarkable. That's where we stand. Hey, just jumping back, I did a little research on the UK deal. So that $39 billion, right? Where this gets interesting is that has to do with the obligations of the EU, okay, that were signed as part of a budget going through 2020, okay? So the EU is going to argue that the UK owes its obligations that the EU signed into, that when the UK was a part of the EU, because they signed up for obligations through 2020 with the, with the idea that the UK was probably part of it. So that original deal for $39 billion was inked in around March of this year. So what you could see happen is if they go hard Brexit in like January or something, you could see the EU probably, realistically, they would have to pare that number down, because that was a number as to how much they owed right around, for basically 2019 and 2020. So you'd see a lower number.
There's only 3 months left, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. You almost cut that number in half, right? Now, you're definitely going to see people in the UK argue, well, we don't owe you anything because we're not in the EU anymore. And I wonder how that'll get played out. But it's not a foregone conclusion that they just get to hard Brexit and they don't owe anything, because the EU has a budget and through 2020, and they're going to argue that they are owed money from the UK, and I don't know how that gets settled in international court or something like that. But there would be, and that's part of what they're trying to avoid, along with a few other things. And then you have the EU saying that they won't make a trade deal unless you deal with issues like the Irish backstop.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a big one. Well,
yeah.
What did happen last night, too, folks, is that
oh boy, right? I know where you're going. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the two parties, the Scottish party,
yes, exactly.
got seats, so they want to be independent, and
yes.
they, the first referendum they didn't do. That could be another one. And then one of the big ones is that in Ireland, the progressives, they got more seats, and they want a unified Island. So the UK is going to have a lot to deal with, man.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
And just and I think what you saw, right? You got the pound up a bit. I'm looking on your Bloomberg,
yes.
133. Quite a handle on that pound we haven't seen in a while. And I think the market likes a little bit of certainty, though. I mean,
oh, for sure.
It's really unfortunate that you have a great country like the UK, and all you've been dealing with for almost going on 4 years is this argument.
Right.
I mean, you're going to go on the better part of, we're almost going over half a decade of two parties really at odds, and just like a stalemate over there. And you know what? That's what the voters want, man. That's what the country should get. It's I feel for some of the people that, if you're young there, you were part of a 28-member nation, you could go wherever you want, right? If you're 22 years old, you graduate college, you live in the UK, you can go live in any of the countries in the EU under that passport.
Sure.
So it's a change of life, and that's why it's people are so passionate on both sides of the aisle, and you can understand why people want a Brexit as well, and leave that and have full independence. For their own country, and who you allow in, and what the rules you make, and your own,
that's right, because
budget.
That's how it really started. Interesting. Yeah, it started on the immigrant deal. Interesting. Yeah, right.
Yes,
yeah.
it definitely did.
Yeah, totally. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, and we'll see whether we get any volume in this market today. I expect we'll get some, because I think this volatility is going to stay up for quite some time, folks. You let's see. So Apple's up 240. They're happy. Oracle's down 159.
I think they had earnings last night after the bell.
Okay, Septa Therapeutics. We've talked about this stock before.
Oh boy.
Man. This is up $34, folks. So this is a biotech. I mean, this chart is basically sloppy. There's no two ways about that. But bottom line is that evidently they must have got some kind of FDA approval last night, or. No, I don't need that one. That's just saying they're going after more debt. Well, look at this one. FDA approval of VYONDYS53TM.
Must be an important one. It's an injection for the treatment of
muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a big one. I mean, muscular dystrophy is a terrible disease, and they're getting juice into it, no doubt. And this is a company out of Cambridge. This is interesting. Look at they took they plan on taking $378 million in this year, but there's a big jump there. They're 507. I don't know if it's going to be that particular drug that they're looking for, folks, but the bottom line is that you got some action here. Yeah, and I mean, let's bring this back, man, because, I know these Tigers and Tigresses, we get plenty of people who have been listening to us for years, and Jim from Longtree in Colorado, he's saying, in the den, Bud's popping champagne, and that's Bud Rolfs, folks, because Bud Rolfs gave this stock out. He did. 2012, like at $5 or $6 on the air.
I thought it was going to be there myself, man. Yeah. I remember it. As you were clicking on the chart, I was saying, is this going to go back to single digits? That's what I thought as well.
No, he did. Yep. I remember that so well, because I remember his son calling up too. They were into this in a big way, man. And they were into the science behind it, man. They're good at those biotechs, man. It's like crazy.
Sometimes that risk reward, if you really get something that lines up, I mean, extraordinary, like in this case.
Yeah, you need a hard belly, though.
Oh man, exactly. You know, if you're dealing with these stocks, you better make sure
Yeah.
it might all have to be risk capital in some of them because it
I'd
might
agree.
disappear
Yeah.
overnight.
Right, right. And you know what happens is that if you do get in like $6 or $7, it's a lot easier to have risk capital for 1,000 shares or 500
Yeah.
shares. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, as long
Right.
you know, $5,000 isn't going to make or break your life.
Right.
It's risk capital. You have, you know, a couple hundred grand, 500 grand in the market. It's 1%, it's 2%,
Right.
it's 4% of your portfolio. You know,
That's worth
that's okay.
137,000 now.
That's
And it has
it's
been
just huge.
higher. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it has been higher. It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
So let's go over to the note and bond market because we'll do that as soon
that's
as
a good teaser. We
Yeah.
got some good action.
As soon as we
bonds
come
for sure.
back, notes and bonds, folks, they're not stopping. They come back in. High volatility out here today. It is high volatility in everything out here today, and I think it's going to continue. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back, folks.
The TFNN Tiger Dollar Holiday Sale is back. For 2 weeks only, we're offering the largest bonuses of the year on all Tiger Dollar purchases. Normally, you can get a 10 to 20% bonus on your purchase, but for the Tiger Dollar Holiday Special, we've doubled the normal bonuses where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars can be used for all TFNN newsletters, products, or services, are fully transferable and never expire. If you're a current TFNN newsletter subscriber, then this is a great time to buy Tiger Dollars and apply them to all your future transactions for instant added savings. And if you're considering signing up for any TFNN newsletters, webinars, or products in 2020, then get up to a 40% bonus now before this sale ends Sunday, December 22nd. For all the details and to purchase your Tiger Dollars with up to a 40% bonus, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 31, Nasdaq's up 25, S&Ps are up 2. Let's go over to that note and bond market. So notes as well as bonds, folks, okay, got absolutely smoked yesterday. They came down hard, came down with volume. That being said, you were coming down, and I can bring this back up to the old contract. So you were coming down into, well, here, yesterday we go from a price point of 129.14 to 128.05. you do 2.5 million contracts. That's huge contract volume. What we hadn't done, though, is that we hadn't got into the lowest swing, which is 127.30. And what I've found is that when you get volume before coming into major swings, whether it's higher or lower, bottom line, it can run out of gas. I suspect that's what we have out here this morning. We got under it by one tick, 127.29 today, a rejected lower price. If we go over to the 30-year and we take a look at the 30-year, you're going to see the same. Well, the 30-year never got down to that lower price either. Yeah, the 30-year, that's what's so intriguing about this also. Yeah. The 30-year did reject lower price today, but it didn't get down. The lower price on the 30-year was 155. We come down yesterday with 577,000 contracts. Bottom line, you get 284 today. You're still going to do probably 500 or something. But that's a heavy rejection. And the interest rates between the bulls and the bears structure isn't over yet. Yesterday, Tom, we got, yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure, we got a couple calls on FCX, Freeport McMoRan. So listen to this, folks. This is pretty wild, man. Now, we've owned Freeport McMoRan, the gold report, okay? And the reason is that they're one of the largest gold mines, one of the largest copper mines. But what happened last night is pretty wild, man. So Barrick Gold, okay? So Barrick Gold was a combination of, Barrick took over Randgold. The CEO of Randgold ended up being the CEO of Barrick Gold, and they still have a chairman of the board. But the bottom line is that, he's running it now. And then he comes out, he was doing an interview, and Barrick Gold's chief says the gold mine has financial heft. It needs to support its loftiest ambition, and someday those might include a merger with Freeport McMoRan.
It's quite a statement, man.
It is. This is heavy, folks, because this guy doesn't fool around.
Yeah.
Now, what's so intriguing about this, right, is that it's the same type of, I would say, business plan that Mark has, meaning the CEO, because picture this. Randgold was much smaller than Barrick Gold, but yet he got the deal done. He's the CEO of Barrick Gold, okay?
Yes.
Now watch this. If we look at Barrick Gold, right, and Barrick Gold is a monster, folks, okay? Huge.
Yes.
And if we look at, it's a 30 billion market cap. They take in 9.5 billion. They expect to take in 10.7 next year, right? Well, watch this. FCX, if you think that's big, different ball game, man. FCX got a market cap of only 19 billion, but revenue, they're at 14.3.
Yeah. And probably has to do with debt whenever that happens. I saw a headline on the article you had previously, and I believe it was Bristow talking about that they will have their debt down to under $2 billion.
Yes.
And that's all going to be long-term debt that they're going to owe nothing until 2023. So just really talking about that they got their balance sheet pretty strong.
Yes.
In a market that they might go hunting for some more assets.
Yes, exactly, and they will. This is so intriguing that the bottom line is that he's got the big bear gun out, or whatever you call those bull guns, man. Because
there you go,
yeah.
But by the end of this year, net debt will be under $2 billion. We're going to settle all near-term debt, and we're left with debt that's only due from 2023 onward.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, man. I mean, you talk about. I think it looks like his goal is to, number one, continue getting larger and be the CEO. And he gave up the chairmanship, of course. So the chairman in Barrick Gold is still really running the deal. But I think he's that bright that, you see that one deal. I can picture the FCX deal too. Okay, we'll take the chairmanship. I'll take the CEO. And we're going to keep growing this thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how about, can we jump across, because we got a presidential tweet, and so this speaks to the news of the deal, and all I would encourage is that there are details, and the key details is that the 25% tariffs will remain as is. The December 15th deadline, tariffs will not be charged. And so what he has to say is, We've agreed to a very large phase 1 deal with China. Very large. I love those words. They have agreed to many structural changes. Lots of details in that statement. Massive purchases of agricultural product, energy, and manufacturing goods, and plus much more. 25% tariffs remain. That is one detail that is in writing, with 7.5% put on much of the remainder. The penalty tariff set for December 15th will not be charged because of the deal, and they'll begin negotiations on phase 2. I would love for the president to tell me and everybody else as citizens what those massive purchases, I would assume farmers would love to know what those massive purchases are agreed to. Agricultural, energy, and manufacturing. I want to see the writing on that. And it's unfortunate that, it's just become the normal that the president gets to say things and the market just shrugs it off as maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But that's, nonetheless, it looks like they do have a deal, I would probably say. But I don't know what's in that deal, man.
Well, it seems to me, I mean, if we just pay attention to what was said there, not that it means anything, but what ended up happening is that we have a deal, and all that's saying is that the 25%, I mean, the tariffs aren't going into effect December 15th. The 25% that's still there is there. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And then, okay, so where's the rest of it?
I agree. Devil's in the details.
So what happened?
The only thing we know, listen, we take calls, 877-927-6648. The only thing we know is the tariffs are not going into place on Sunday, and the tariffs that are there right now are staying there. That's it.
Yep. Pretty wild, man.
It is, man.
And so the S&P, now we'll see what kind of traction that, we've been down here. We've been down here 3 times so far, folks. I think 2 or 3. Let's
yeah, because as that tweet came out, man, the market started trading lower. That's, I mean, the market probably likes the idea that the tariffs are not going into place Sunday, but the market is not stupid, and the market's pricing in the same thing that we're talking about, saying what the heck is really going on with this deal, man.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And so the first time we came down here, folks, was at 7:50 a.m. We got the 3162 in the S&P. You bounced all the way back up to 3179. We came back down again at 9:20, got to a lower low, 3160. Then you did a heck of a bounce. You got all the way up to 3184. And now we're 20 points off 3184. So we're going after this. And what would be really, so watch this, folks. If you're into Fibonacci at all, would be really cool. If we break this low here, that's really unusual because, even on an intraday basis, because the bounce was so big, Tom.
Yes.
So if we break this low right now, right, that's saying that there's really some monster selling going, because normally you'd come down to the low, you bounce again, then you come down. But
hey, why not? Why not this be the high, right? We announced the deal. That's the high. Here we go.
Totally. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right in featured content, Tiger Dollar Sale. Bottom line is that we've had this Tiger Dollar Sale. We put it on starting Monday. This goes until December 22nd. And if you have not familiar with Tiger Dollars are good for all product at TFNN, totally transferable, no expiration date. And in this particular case, the way the promotion works is that you can buy 500 Tiger Dollars. You get a 20% bonus. That means you get $600 to spend, $100 bonus. You can buy 1,000. You get $1,300, which is an additional $300 to spend, or a 30% bonus. And the max is that you can buy $1,500. You get an additional $600, or $2,100, which is a 40% bonus. And as I said, if you have product right now that you get at TFNN or you're thinking to get any in the future, it's a great way of basically saving quite a bit of money.
It's a great deal, man, for current subscribers, future subscribers. We only do it a couple times a year. Get up to that 40% bonus, and all the bonuses are doubled. That's the way it works. So 20, 30, 40%. And this ends next Sunday, man. So get in there, get it done, get your Christmas shopping done. And, yeah.
Right. And, folks, as you come over to TFNN, you're going to see right under featured contents. Tommy started doing this a couple weeks ago, and it's really cool. It's a morning market report. So he's doing two different reports. He's doing a report in the morning. He's doing a report in the afternoon. And if you want a rundown of what's going on, a quick briefing every morning and a quick brief in the afternoon, check it out right at TFNN. It's a great rundown, Tom, okay? And I'm getting a lot of good feedback.
You know what? Good feedback for sure, yeah.
You know what's so cool, man, what I'm really digging? So picture this, folks. Okay, so, and I appreciate everyone listening to me for so long, okay? And it's a technical, my program's a technical market, the whole ball of wax, right? Okay? And it's so cool what you're doing because I'm listening from people that are not in the market a lot, right? And want to be in the market. And this is a fundamental take on what's going on, folks. So it's really cool that you can get a quick, broad take of the market because the markets have different language. And you just have to get used to it, right? That's kind of how it works. So that's what I'm really digging about it, too, Tom. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That,
I appreciate it, man. I just try and get the headlines that I'm seeing, I mean, I know you're up early, man. I'm up early. Everybody's not. I mean, this is our job, right? This is what we do. It's what we love. Everybody doesn't have the ability to be up at 6 in the morning catching all the headlines. We got to get ready for the program, man. I started off with at least the 9 a.m. update, so I got to know what's going on for those 3-minute updates. Larry does his program. I'm listening to at 9 o'clock. Sure. We do our hour-long program at 10. And, so we're living, breathing the market, and everybody's not, living, breathing the market. They're doing their own job, and maybe they're just getting ready for their own trading day in their own technical abilities, whatever it is. But it's the headlines that are shaping the news of the day. Right. And then it's just what I like is just kind of the broad charts of the markets that I like to keep track of, right? What's the S&P doing?
Yep.
Sometimes I'll have a NASDAQ 100 up there. Very rarely do I include the Dow because, as we talk about, it's kind of like an obscure index of price-weighted 30 stocks. Really, if you want to know what the Dow's doing, pull up what Boeing's doing, and that'll tell you most of the time.
Seriously.
But we got the S&P, you got gold in there. We got oil. That's a big market.
Yep.
Oil. We haven't covered oil, man. Do you see that drop off? Oil
didn't.
touched $60 on the dot at 6 a.m. I haven't checked it since about 9 a.m., but boy, oh boy, you had a sell-off right at 9 a.m. But then we got bonds. We got notes in there.
Yep.
And then I'll usually have the day's big movers and shakers. I mean, today, I have the chart in there of the BBC pushing out their tweets just in terms of the UK election. And, of course, looking for that China press conference. So the morning one usually out there by the market open, and the afternoon update published shortly after the closing bell. So check that out. Just visit the front page of TFNN, both of those up there. And yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Well, it's a beauty, man. It's a beauty. So market out here, we'll see where this is going to shake out, but we're still laying out 3.5 S&P points. So yeah, let's go back to the S&P for a second, because as we were closing out that last segment, we were talking about how it was coming down, and I thought it would be unusual if we could break it on the first one down because of the type of retracement we took. So what happened, folks, is that we got to 31.65, and that low that's going after is 31.60. So it's going to get intriguing in the next few minutes here to see.
This may be a great. This may be a great day to trade. Quite a range, man. You don't normally get a day where you got 20 points, 25 points.
Seriously.
You may see this thing jump back and forth between whether it's 31.60, whether it's 31.65, and the upper bound looks to be almost 31.80, even if you're trimming it a little underneath, 31.76, 31.75. That's a huge range. If it starts bouncing every half hour, my goodness.
What Tommy's saying, this is pretty cool, folks. This is a day that the market can be flat, and if you are trading it, you can make out like, as long as you're going both sides of this, make out like a fortune and stop by noontime.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I've seen those days. I've had those days, and it's really bizarre when you're looking at the flat market. You say, "Oh my God, maybe I want a flat market every day, but I want a price spread of 20 S&P points."
Already since 7 a.m., right? We were up there. Even if you don't count the 31.85 high at 6 a.m., you just take the high that we're at 31.80 just prior to the initial drop off, the first one. You get one dramatic move down just prior to 8 a.m.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the first one on your cursor. I can see it. Right? So there's the first move down. What's that? Like 7:50 in the morning, right? There's one move. You get the second move back up. That's 2 moves. You get the third one down. That's 3 moves. You get the spike up to almost 30. That's 4 moves. You get the spike back down. That's 5 moves. Every one of those is like 20 S&P points, and it's barely 11 a.m., and you've had 5 S&P runs of 20 points. You don't even have to catch both sides of that. If you just want to pick a directional area, and maybe you're the person buying the lower end, maybe you're the person selling the upper end.
That's right.
It's still 20 S&P points, 15 S&P points. That's 0.5%, and you're getting many of them throughout the day. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe, I imagine President Trump might just let things lie where they are. He's said he's made his congratulatory tweet to himself saying thank you to, I don't know who he's thanking, whether it's himself or the people of, I don't know how he ends those tweets with thank you. I don't know who he's necessarily thanking.
He's thanking himself, man.
I don't get it. So I would love to know who the thank you is. Thank you for all the support, maybe. I don't know, but he's sounded his bullhorn. So
there'll be another tweet. There
will be if the market.
What the next tweet's going to be, folks, is that we're going to be on the second phase. That's the bottom line. Is that this that's how it works. You know what I mean? The second phase is up and going.
Didn't you hear? The negotiations already started.
Yeah, well, there you go, man.
Exactly.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the oil market. Let me look at this oil market. Let's get this active contract up here. We got to, $60.48. Yep, I just gave it up. Interesting, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is flat. NASDAQ is up 15. S&P is also flat. We'll come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking for exposure to gold or gold mining equities, then now is a perfect time to sign up for Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. The summer is over, gold is trading back above $1,500, and the 10-year Treasury is hovering at around 1.5%. Tom O'Brien has been writing his weekly gold report for almost 18 years. There's no one that knows more about how the gold market trades and how gold mining equities react. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, Tom publishes his weekly gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. As of September 3rd, Gold Report subscribers have 5 active open positions with an average unrealized profit of almost 38% for each position. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up today by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 14, NASDAQ is up 9, S&P's up 2.5. Tom, what is the symbol on the Bloomberg for all the commodities?
GLCO.
GLCO.
Global Commodities.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Since let's see. So let's go to, I guess let's start with soybeans, right? Why not? Let's see. See what we got here. Okay, so soybeans at $9.18 a bushel. Just curious what some of these things look
definitely.
like. Oh, okay, so this is pretty cool.
Yep.
So
markets don't lie, man.
Yeah, so we take a look at this, and what you're going to see, soybeans hit 9.31 today, and you're at 9.17. Let me just see this intraday. This is intense, man.
I mean, as you keep pulling it up, man, the one thing that's intense, right? I mean, what are all these tariffs in place for? Not to keep harping, right?
Right.
But a win is not taking off tariffs that were put in place for a deal. I don't know what these tariffs were put in place for if the only deal that gets talked about is not putting more on. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, China's got some big problems. Both parties agree on this in terms of intellectual property, in terms of state-owned companies, right? Just rifling through, company, technology. It's just, it baffles me. I don't know what we're doing putting all these tariffs on if the only thing that we do is that we call it a victory when we take a portion of them back off or don't put on more. And in my vision, nothing got done today. So
I agree, man. I agree. I mean, let's look at the wheat market. So the wheat market did the same thing. Yeah, so the commodity market's not believing it, folks. That's the bottom line.
The traders want details, man. You know, it's a good thing that more tariffs weren't put into place. The market likes that. I agree with that.
Is it 11 o'clock already?
It sure is, man.
Oh,
that was
my
a quick
God.
hour.
Unreal.
Lots going on.
Lots going on, man. Stay right there, folks. Think of Swim's coming up next. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man. Love you.
Go get him, folks.